Hello everyone and welcome to a long overdue episode of Boy Curious, the show in which I, Matt the Gameboyle, look at the strangest, weirdest and damn right worst bootlegs and oddities for the Nintendo Game Boy. This week we're going to be looking at one that follows off last week's Boyographic of Crayon Shin-Chan 4, it's Super Mario 4. So, I see you there, Nintendo fan. You've got your amiibos, your Nintendo Entertainment System, and your collection of various other Nintendo memorabilia, and you think to yourself, I know Nintendo. Well, my dear gamer, were you aware that Mario got a 4th numbered title on the Game Boy? I see you looking amused at the thought, but just look at this unsettling title screen. 1996, 97, copyright of Nintendo. Oh, well, okay. So that's a blatant lie. In reality, this game is a ROM-Hack of Crayon Shin-Chan 4, as those of you who've seen my Boyographic video will know. Which, of course, means it's not by Nintendo, but if I were to make a guess, it's probably by the same folks who made the notorious Pokemon Jade and Diamond ROM-Hacks of Telefang. So, with the original Crayon Shin-Chan 4 game being a fun, albeit very easy title, you'd imagine that there wasn't really a lot that could make Super Mario 4 a bad game. But oh my, how you'd be wrong. Before I get into how broken this game is, I'd like to address the visual mashup that is this game's art direction. As, you see, instead of sourcing its sprites from one game, Super Mario 4 farms them from multiple titles. Most notably, they come from Super Mario Land 2, but some things are lifted from Mario and Yoshi, and even Yoshi's Cookie. What's completely backwards is when the game does make its own sprites, they're of already existing powers within the Mario universe. Look at that giant Mario! It's just Wario from the end of Super Mario Land 2 with a messed up face. Why not use the Super Mario that exists in the same game? Or even with this helicopter power, they stuck little ears on the regular Mario from SML2 when they could have just used the Bunny Mario sprite. Ah! And this is all I will say about this game's visuals, because there's just too much to go into. But suffice to say, this game's bosses look hilarious. I mean, look at that Bullet Bill with stripper legs. Amazing! Not to mention the use of the Super Mario World font. Ah! And breathe. This game straight up uses Crayon Shin-Chan 4's engine, meaning that the enemy attack styles and general theme of each world still exist in Mario 4. But the programmers, or in this case reprogrammers, have taken it upon themselves to design the levels to make them as difficult as possible. In some respects, it kind of reminds me of those crazy Super Mario ROM hacks circulated on the internet, where the gameplay is warped to such a level that the only reason for playing is to see how far you can get. Super Mario 4, with its crazy blind jumps, forced injury to the players, and completely broken jump mechanics due to the oversized sprites, is simply an exercise in patience. To beat this game often requires you to not get hit for the better part of 2 levels, to have to retain enough stars to pass the game's various forced injury sections, meaning that more often than not, a death will mean you'll need to restart this whole game again from the beginning, in order to get a power-up unobtainable when you need it. Possibly the most frustrating thing ever. There are also times where accidentally killing an enemy or falling the wrong way will force you to do the same, and made me put down the controller several times in rage during the making of this video before I threw it. Even though there are only 4 levels to this game, its lack of a continue option is a serious pain in the ass, and the only reason to persevere with this game is the bragging rights that you beat it, in my opinion. The game does borrow some of Crayon Shin-Chan's kinda features, such as the superhero power-up, which in this game turns you into a Yoshi that fires large, almost screen-clearing fireballs. I'll be honest, I had more joy playing Titus's The Blues Brothers than this game, as at some point you simply realise that all of the memorisation required for this game is not only a complete waste of time, but but there is time that can be better spent on a game of a higher calibre. Unless you already have this bootleg, plan on emulating it or have it on a multicart. Avoid it at all costs. While a multicart version is pretty easy to find, the singular cart can be quite rare and is priced highly because of this by collectors, and higher than normal by scalpers as, well, those idiots think it's a real Mario game. The money and time would be much better spent on the title this game soils the legacy of, and that's Crayon Shin-Chan 4. And I hope you enjoyed this episode of Boy Curious, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry it's taken so long, but I really needed to play Crayon Shin-Chan 4 before I played this game. And I wanted to do this one next, even though I do have one or two lined up. If you like this video, please check out some of our Boyographic videos, in which I look at the highs and lows of the Game Boy's library one card at a time. Check out some more Boy Curious videos to see some other bootlegs and oddities. And why not check out some of our All the Glory videos, in which I play through some of these games to completion, cutting out all of the deaths, leaving you with all of the glory. If you liked this, then please subscribe as well, and share it with some people you may also think would be interested. But until next week, Game Boys and Girls, game on.